Here in 2020, especially these last months of 2020, we're really being called to get back into our heart center. We are learning how to say yes because I'm inspired to say yes, baby. I'm inspired to go there. I'm inspired to do that. Not because we have to, but because we want to, we desire to. Hello, beautiful beings. This is your intuitive yogi coach, Concha Joy. And today we are getting into the energies of the final part of 2020. Okay, now there's been so many shifts going on, there's been so many things happening, and what we're doing right now is we're clearing away a lot of the gunk, a lot of like the fluff, and we're getting into the heart space. We're getting into our deeper sense of intuition. So today I want to talk about the importance of getting into our intuition, how to get into our intuition, the benefits of getting into our intuition. What's going on is we have been really purging a lot this whole year. We've been purging a lot of the people, a lot of the relationships that are not serving us, a lot of the boundary issues that we've been facing, right? Saying no to our no's, saying yes to our yeses, and speaking up for ourselves, saying, you know, letting people know how you really feel in a way that feels good, in a way that is respectful, right? And there's so many other things that this has to do with, and it really kind of boils down to a deeper sense of self-love, a deeper sense of trusting ourselves, trusting who we are, trusting our emotions, and trusting what it is that we're really feeling about a situation and honing in on that. So that is like the epitome of using our intuition. Okay, so as we purge like a lot of the situations that we were doing that we really didn't want to be doing, and the people that have added fluff to our lives, we're getting down into, you know, this feeling of yes, 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 yes. Like, I love my everyday life, right? And moving towards our inner joy, moving towards what is in our highest vibration, our highest excitement, and our highest self. And we're going to be coming up across situations that test us, where we are like, okay, the old me would say yes to this situation because out of boredom, because out of guilt, because out of whatever it is. But we are learning how to say yes because I'm inspired to say yes, baby. I'm inspired to go there. I'm inspired to do that. Not because we have to, but because we want to, we desire to. And it is all about the feeling that we get, right? The feeling of excitement, the feeling of joy, the feeling of expansion, as opposed to the opposite feeling, which is more of contraction and all that other stuff. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is that when we get into that more expansive energy, that higher vibration excitement energy, we start attracting more of those situations to us, right? And as we choose, the universe just reflects to us what it is that we desire, right? So sometimes we need to take a leap of faith and trust that this leap of faith, if it wasn't meant for us, the universe wouldn't be putting it in our face, right? So getting into what brings you joy and allowing yourself to go there, allowing yourself to feel good, is some of the biggest indicators, and will definitely be raising your vibration, getting you up in that super high vibe, baby, and allowing yourself to experience life in a whole new way. Okay, everyone, so did you know that our heart has a 5,000 times more powerful electromagnetic frequency than that of the brain, than that of any other organ in the body? Okay, and this heart energy is so powerful. It's like that toroidal field, right, that goes around us. You hear those birds? You hear those birds? They are just, you know, radiating from the heart, right? The heart has a 5,000 times more powerful electromagnetic frequency than that of the brain or any other organ, right? You can look it up with Dr. Pearsall has a book called The Heart's Code, and this whole book talks about the science behind our heart's frequency. And so when we're tapped into our heart, when we're tapped into our joy, instead of analyzing, right, which is what the brain does, the brain analyzes. The brain is the thinker. The brain is the one that is picking apart. It's thinking, okay, how do I do this? How do I do that? Is that person blah, blah, blah. But you know when you're getting down into your heart, when you're using your sensors, when you're using your intuition. And when we're in our intuition, when we're in our body, we're really feeling, we're experiencing. And the body has those natural reactions, right? For me, as a bioenergetic intuitive, as a bioenergetic healer, and I can feel your energy and your blocks and what's going on in your body, I know that the body is the subconscious mind, because our body has a visceral reaction to different situations, to different circumstances. And what happens is sometimes we want to have a reaction, but we end up having sometimes we have a different reaction than what we thought it would be. And that is because our mind is portraying a certain idea, a certain outcome, a certain situation. But what is in our subconscious mind can be a completely different thing. Okay, so for example, 3 topics. We have 2 topics that we're really good at and 1 that we're really bad at, right? We got work, friendship, and love. Most people are really good at 2 and really bad at 1, right? So basically what I'm saying is that, you know, I'm talking about that one that we're not that good at, right? Sometimes we think a certain thing and then it turns out to be the complete opposite, right? And I'm using that example because that's the easiest example, right? So let's say you're really bad at relationships, right? Really bad at love, you know, you're really not good at love. You sometimes will have a projection in your mind, right? A projection of whatever's going on. And then when the situation happens, you have a completely different reaction, right? When something happens. And that is because what's going on is that our minds and our hearts, we want to have this cohesive balance, right? Where we are fusing the 2. We want to be completely balanced in our heart, mind, body, and soul. Okay, so that is a beautiful thing about yoga, is that yoga is a physical practice to remove obstacles, right? To remove the obstructions of the body. So if you feel like you sometimes are being, you know, an overthinker, or maybe physical body's feeling tight, you want to do a little bit of stretching, you want to do a little bit of walking, you want to do a little bit of yoga, and that's going to help clear your mind. You're going to get back into that heart space, because right now what I'm here to tell you is that here in 2020, especially these last months of 2020, we're really being called to get back into our heart center. We're being called to get back into our heart space. Because when we're in our heart space, we're really tuned in to that love connection, that love connection energy. And that is the most powerful energy, right? When you're in love, it's really, yeah, like we're blind, we're this, we're that, but everything goes right. And maybe not the situation of love, because, you know, we're overthinking things. But what I'm saying is that when we're tuned into our heart, when we're tuned into our greatest joy, when we're tuned in, it's almost like we're channeling, because we are living in a synchronous flow. We are living in the moment. We are doing things that feel right. We are doing things that feel good. And don't you notice when you're in love that work is going really well? You see the good in everybody. You see what's going on that's right. And when you can tune in and realize that, hey, being in love is not actually about the other person. The other person is just, as Bashar says, a permission slip, which is that they are assisting you to get into that love frequency. But that love frequency is actually within you. That is your energy. That is your energy that you are bringing up. That is your energy that you are feeling. That is yours. So that is yours, baby. Yes, that love energy is yours. So when we're feeling in love, when we're feeling excited for life, remember that, hey, that is my energy that I found within me. And when we can tune into that and funnel it back into ourself, funnel that energy back in, we begin to realize how much we can love ourselves, how much we can honor our boundaries, how much we can honor saying no when it's a no, how much can we honor saying yes when it's a yes. And when we start creating different boundaries for what feels good, and by the way, a boundary is not a wall. A boundary is not like, stay out of my place. A boundary is, hey, this is what I like. If you like that, come in. If you don't like that, you know what? It's okay if you stay outside of this wall, right? Outside of this little fence. And when we start to honor who we are, right? Then there's a level of self-love. There's a level of self-confidence. There's a level of trusting who you are, your innate ability to make a decision instead of asking for someone outside of you to give you a better answer than you can give yourself. You always have the answer. You always have the answer within. You always have the answer. And the answer always feels right, viscerally in your body. Viscerally, your body is going to give you the answer, because viscerally is when we're tuning into that subconscious mind, right? Our physical body, that physical inner knowing. Okay, and that physical inner knowing is our way of the body communicating to you. Right? And our body communicates through feeling, through emotion. So sometimes when we don't feel right about a situation, sometimes we can ask ourselves, am I feeling this because this is what I truly believe? Or am I feeling this because of what someone else said? So releasing all the layers of everyone else is going to get you tuned in to your highest ability to think for yourself. Your highest ability to be in your own energy. It's going to attract to you the situations, the people, the circumstances, the opportunities that feel right for you. Right? Because it's no longer about defending your purpose. It's no longer about proving yourself that this is what you need to do. No, this is more about saying what you desire and letting the people that resonate come in your direction. And if the people that you love are not resonating, you could always love them from that distance and know that they are figuring it out. Just like you are figuring it out. They are figuring it out. And they are going to have the right answers for them. And you're not every single person's teacher. And it is safe to trust that everyone has their own answer and everyone has their own internal guidance system, right? Sometimes that is hard because we sometimes want to help someone. We want to help so much that we go outside of our own boundary to, assist them. And what happens is they don't even hear you. They don't even see you anymore, because that person needs to come to you as well, right? 50-50, 100%, 100%. They need to ask. They need to be curious. They need to come to you. So this boundary thing is really just about knowing when to let go, right? When to let go and just say, you know what? I'm going to trust that they got it. And trusting that the other person has it is knowing deep down that you don't have to go out of your way. Right? It's trusting that you can stay in your own zone, right? And I think that so many times we learn these little qualities and these little traits from childhood that, oh, I got to go outside of my comfort zone. I got to go outside of my boundary. I have to exert myself. And no, it's not about that anymore. It's about letting people meet you. It's about knowing where you want to be met, right? Identifying where you want to be met. And how do you know when to identify where you are? You go off your feeling, beautiful. You go off how you feel. You take that time for self-reflection, right? And when we take that time for self-reflection, we can tune in to our own energy and our own intuition on what feels right, on what feels good, and what doesn't. Okay, so I want to let you know that you got this. Okay, remember, you could always say that affirmation of, you know what, I am learning. I have my inner knowing. I have this skill, this ability to tap into who I am so that I know. And just breathe, just sit with it. Right? Because you know what? Hey, sometimes just getting tuned in is gonna be all you really need, right? Because like I said, all the answers are within. All the answers are within. And it's time that we learn to trust ourselves a little bit more, right? And through the end of this year, as we learn to trust ourselves, whether it is in relationships, whether it is in work, whether it is with money, whatever these topics are, remember, we are learning from so many lifetimes. We are learning from so much ancestral stuff. Okay, we have these physical bodies, which, you know, as all the gurus say, is an accumulation of all of our ancestors, all our mom, our grandma, right? Because, you know, when we are a baby in the womb, women, we have our egg, right? And our egg is in our body, our eggs, even when we're in the womb of our mother and our grandmother. Okay, so all of the DNA is thriving and living within us. So just be gentle on yourself that, hey, you are learning, you are growing, you are getting better every single day, and we are evolving every single day. There's not one day that we're the same person, right? I mean, I'm sure you're a totally different person than you were, you know, a week ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, right? Especially during this time of quarantine, we are growing so much and evolving. It's a beautiful thing. So remember, you can always trust your heart. You can always trust who you are. You can always, you know, tap back into your heart space. Take some time to breathe. Take some time to sit and meditate. Okay, and as we tune into more of our intuition is going to guide us to the people, places, and things that are going to bring us into what is in complete alignment for us. Okay, because like I said, sometimes some of us are really good with certain things, some of us are really bad at other things, right? Not so good at other things. And you don't have to become perfect in this lifetime. We want to become perfect in this lifetime because we want to make life good. We want to make life great. We want to make life fun, joyful, and abundant. Okay, so we're always going to be growing into that, even in the pain points. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is keep listening to your intuition. Grow and develop into your self-trust. Right, there's some things going on over there. I'm not really sure. You could probably hear it. It's kind of crazy. But basically what I'm saying is that, you know, it's time for you to start to trust yourself. Don't look outside of you for answers. And if you're really interested in learning how to do this, I do have a group program out right now. So if you want to apply or learn more, you can go to my website, conchajoy.com, and click conchajoy.com/book online, and you can book a call with me to learn more about this program. And it's basically a self-love program. It's teaching you how to turn inward. It's teaching you how to bring your energy inward instead of outward, right? Because always so many times we're looking for the answer with them or through that or whatever, but the answer lies within. It's about tuning into all your emotions so you know what your own inner body is saying. It's about, you know, creating different questions within, right? We have journal prompts, we have guided meditations, we have 11 modules that we go through, which are super self-empowering. And yeah, if you want to learn more about this, let me know, because it's a beautiful thing. This is a course that I personally have, you know, gone through, and it is life-changing. So anyways, you know, you're gonna feel called, and if it feels good, then do it, go for it, okay? And otherwise, take some time for you, take some time to breathe, take some time to self-validate, and to know that, you know what, you got this. You got this. Just keep going, keep tuning inward, keep being your best self, tune into that highest version, okay? Because you are a beautiful soul. okay? And I will talk to you in the next video. Remember, I'm always putting videos out on Tuesday, okay? Mwah! I love you. Bye.